And now, Giants Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
All right, no need for music or hoopla or any of that crap today, guys. Giants lose again. What you see is what you get. Oh, my goodness. What did you guys think of the game? I see. You know what? I got to give you guys credit, too. A lot of people jumping into the chat early today and joining us before the show. Guys are getting a lot off their mind. Happy Sunday to everybody despite the loss. All right, so the Giants, they put this magical roster in the offseason together. We were afraid there wouldn't be enough pitching. Definitely not the bullpen starters. We weren't sure about that. But do you realize, guys, that this is the 8th game this season that the Giants have scored 2 runs or fewer? All right? Think about that. 8th game, young year, 2 runs or less. That's not the pitching, guys. It's not the pitching, it's the hitting. I got to question a number of things. You know, I was high on Tony Vitello. He's dropping a little bit on the scale, the Glenn scale of management. He's dropped a few percentage points, but we'll talk about that coming up in the show in a few minutes' time. Again, welcome to Giants Sports Talk Live. Eric is on assignment today. Lou is on assignment today. I often think that they just get tired of a couple of losses, or, you know, if it's a tough game, that they just bow out. But I can assure you, Lou is away in Georgia watching pasture pool. He loves his golf. I don't, obviously. And Eric, he is on assignment today. Whereabouts, I am not sure, but he will be in, along with Lou, keeping you company, beginning on Tuesday, and I will be on assignment next week. Got it? I don't really get it. I figured out, but I hope you do. All right, 6-2, the final score today. Giants score 1 earlier in the game. Of course, Daniel Susak was the guy who drove in the run. It's good to see. We'll talk about catching. We got a lot to talk about today. And then a late home run from Casey Schmidt. People talking about, oh my God, this guy's like all-star caliber player. Calm down. It's early in the season, and don't forget he was hurt. Doesn't even have the number of at-bats other players have. His average will drop. I know he was 3 for 4 today with the late home run, and it was, you know, off the foul pole. So we'll call it what it was, a home run. But far too little too late in today's game. Guys, where is the problem with this team? Is it the hitting? Obviously. Is it the pitching? Are you confident that they can, score more runs while shutting down the opposition, at least the pitching? Because this bullpen is so inconsistent, I'm telling you. It wouldn't be a Giant Sports Talk Live on a Sunday afternoon if I did not go to, well, not the phone line. Let's find out what you, the viewer, have to say.
And now, another special guest appearance on Giant Sports Talk Live.
Well, he's not here. Oh, thanks, Eric.
And now, another special guest appearance on Giant Sports Talk Live.
Okay, a special guest appearance. I was about to say he is not here in person, but he's here. He's here in the chat. Wouldn't be a Sunday without a comment on this 6-2 setback from our very own superfan, Robert Rothberg, who says, I'm confident the Giants players realize they are capable of playing better. So, Robert, if you're capable of playing better, then play better. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, I didn't have a good game today, man. Well, win one tomorrow, I hope. You know, come on. You go out there. Robert, you know how much these guys get paid? You get paid, you should be producing all the time. Not, maybe give me 30 more at-bats, and maybe I'll turn it around. So tired of guys get paid this kind of money and, batting 200 is now a norm in baseball. What are we talking about here? Quick review. Mentioned Casey Schmidt. Good game today, 3 for 4. He had the home run, 2 RBIs. Nice to see. Susac gets into play, 1 for 3 with an RBI. A lot of people were talking, of course, on our show yesterday about Susac coming in, pinch hitting for Bailey. A righty versus righty. I don't get it. I don't know. I mentioned that Vitello, I'm losing a little bit of faith in him. And you say, why? Glenn? What could he possibly have done? Now, you explain this to me, guys. All right. You moved Jung-Hoo Lee to center field. Okay, I can understand that. Why you have righties versus righty? Have we done, you know what? Is analytics out the window? Platooning? Harrison Bader? So Harrison Bader against a lefty, that's right, and he's not in the lineup. So I guess this team has abandoned analytics. It's out the window. It's a free-for-all. Just pick the lineup out of a hat from now on. I don't understand what this team does with their lineup. And then, let's be honest, Casey Schmidt, he had a nice, great game at 3 for 4 with that home run. But, are they chasing wins? Hey, guys, we got to get Casey into the cleanup role. And he came through, fine. But is Casey Schmidt our cleanup hitter? Again, these are the problems, I believe, are the problems with the San Francisco Giants. Taking it one day at a time, trying to figure it out as you go along. Set a damn lineup and play it. Come on. I just don't get it. What about the A's now? The Giants. Ooh, they lose 6-2 today. Have I seen anybody from Sacktown? Are you lighting the beam today? Anybody in there on the chat? Let me know. The A's have won 5 in a row. They beat the Yankees again today. Or the Mets, I beg your pardon. They just came off the series with the Yankees playing the Mets. So the A's have won 5 straight. They have won 8 of their last 11. What are we doing, Giants fans? Northern California. A's repping. We're on the road, and it's just business as usual. Win a game, lose a couple. Win a game, lose a couple. RJ, you might be right on, buddy. Where's RJ's comment? They're coming in so fast, if you're it's hard to keep track of them here. A's going to make the playoffs. At this rate, they're getting a little bit of everything. Getting some timely hitting, getting decent pitching. Something that you guys got to agree with me now. Come on. You know your baseball, guys. I'm looking at the chat. You guys, I see the regulars in here and know baseball. And you realize the Giants aren't getting either. The quality pitching, they're not getting timely hitting. What are the Giants doing? And how are they going to rectify this, man? Is it time? Is it time that, I'm going to look into the crystal ball when I get back from the road trip, see where we're at. I'm going to be on assignment. When I come back, I'm going to come in, look in the crystal ball, see if we even have a future this season, 2026. Things will start to play out in another week. We're going to finish this road trip. I mean, my God, we're going to have to turn it up on this road trip if we're going to be competitive in the Western Division. Come on. I don't know. I want to get your thoughts today. I wish we could. Eric is the guy who controls the when he puts out those, what do you call them? The poll. The poll. And if you were here with us yesterday, he had the poll right there on the screen, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to post the comment from Nick, but he says he's not a fan of Rafael Devers, who is striking out a third of the time. So that is exactly, you know what? The Giants are who we thought we were, or they were. We were. We think they are. Whatever. He is striking out a third of his at-bats. He doesn't even, have you ever seen him really excited? He doesn't even look like he wants to be there. I'm collecting my money and I struck out, wanders back. He bobs, he weaves back to the bench. Yeah. I'll get him next time. It's okay. The guy's going to hit maybe 25 home runs, maybe more, maybe less. We're not sure. But these guys, these guys aren't producing the way they should. Jung-Hoo Lee, you guys realize Jung-Hoo Lee is not even batting 200 on this season. That is absolute crap. And I'm not in the mood for the music and the intros and all that crap today. So it is what it is. Let's see. I wanted to, and again, I'm in the studio today getting things, I'm in the studio trying to get things taken care of here. And Eric is usually the guy who runs all the master control. So I don't have access to just everything. But we're trying to figure that out as we go along. So let's take a look at Major League Baseball. Here we go. It was, as you know, 6-2 final. Baltimore beat San Francisco this afternoon. 11 hits for the Orioles. Cade Povich, the lefty, gets the win. Hauser's 0-2. Kind of mediocre. Look at that. Povich, 6 2/3, gave up 5 hits. Hauser, 0-2, 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, too. Only struck out 3 in the game, a couple of walks. So it's just an average game at best all the way around for the Giants. Elsewhere, Major League Baseball was the Phillies over the Arizona Diamondbacks, 10-9. I'm just scrolling through here. First look this afternoon at the out-of-town scoreboard with a Sunday. So many afternoon games. You got Toronto. They beat Minnesota, a slugfest. It was 12-8 as far as the hits. Oh, actually, Minnesota, I beg your pardon. Minnesota won the game 8-2. I beg your pardon, because Max Scherzer was on the hill. Another, geez, what are we doing here? Situation. Toronto going with Max Scherzer, and the Jays are not the team that they were last year. Why? Pitching, and defense, man. It was Detroit over Miami 8-2. Final score in the Rays. Did I say the Rays? Oh, another win. Yes, 5-4 over the New York Yankees. Eric is a little worried about the Yankees, especially the fact they lost today with Schlittler going. He actually took the loss. He's 2-1 on the year. Rasmussen, strong outing today. The Yankees had scattered 7 hits, only scored 4, and the Rays out hit them. Outscored them. It was, let's see, the A's of Anaheim over Cincinnati, those Angels. I always did like that. You like that big A, the big A. And if you've ever been to their stadium down there in Southern California, they've got the big A out in the parking lot. They actually have parking, which is kind of cool. Jeez, Giants charge you for everything. 9-6 final. A's got out to the, I call them the A's. The Angels got out to the early lead, 9-6, 9-0, I believe it was. Never looked back. There it is. 1-0. The A's beat the Mets, 4 hits apiece. I got to tell you, man, 5 in a row, 8 of 11, winning ball club. Why? The A's. They're going with young players. They've struggled so mightily. Senior, I'll tell you. Senior likes the A's. He goes to some games. And you know what? They went with young players through the draft, made a few trades. All these guys are starting to blossom. And this is what you get. An exciting product. They win again today. 1-0. Now that's baseball. Bottom of the first, they are in a delay. The White Sox in Kansas City. Nothing to report there. Another final is now in Washington over Milwaukee, 8-6. It was Boston trouncing St. Louis 9-3. Bottom of the ninth now. It is tied at 6, Pittsburgh and Chicago. In the 4th inning, Houston and Seattle. And it is 4-0 in favor of the hometown Mariners. 2-1 Texas, a lead on L.A. Texas had a chance early to rip that open on Roki Sasaki. They had the bases loaded and couldn't score. So it's 2-1 in that game. And guess how the Dodgers got their run today, guys? Talking about exciting baseball, you know. 1 pitch, DeGrom, meatball. Downtown, Ohtani. 1-0 early. Texas comes back. They have the lead. That's all I got for you on the out-of-town scoreboard. We zip up, take one more look at the final. Oh, boy. 6-2 Baltimore. Hauser the loss. Giants, another error, too, in the ball game. So how's that shaping up for our San Francisco Giants this year? There it is. It's out of the way. We like to take a look at what goes on around Major League Baseball as well. There's Senior. He's in now. Telling you, Glenn, come up, sack, and Pepsis are on me. Yeah, he knows the way to my heart. And he's going to, I need a meal, too. I mean, you got to give me a dog and a Pepsi. Come on, man. Got to throw in a dog. Got to wine me and dine me if you want to make a trade in fantasy. But, Senior, you must be pretty happy with the way the A's are playing. Young. And you're probably in the chat. I made a comment about you a few minutes ago, and I said, you must be pleased the fact that they basically, they started at scratch, which they so often do. But you're seeing it's a real prolification of the players. They start young, green behind the ears, and they've developed. And this is what you do. You get a winning product. And the Giants keep trying to fill the dam. They're plugging it. They run out of fingers. They're just trying to keep it from bursting. And sign Harrison Bader. What is that the best we can do? Harrison Bader? Geez, you got all young players who just get me excited. Senior, if you go to a ball game up in Sacramento and you get to see these young upstart players, then you go to the ballpark in Oracle, and what do you got? You got Devers and Chapman and Adames. And I'm not saying they're not great, not good, but I want to see fresh, young excitement at the ballpark. Guys who are stretching singles into triples and singles into doubles and just keep running the bases. And that's what the A's will do to you. And I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. What else we got going on today? I wanted to talk about Susac. Now, Susac comes into play today. Bailey on the bench. What are you guys thinking about that? I would anticipate that heading into Tuesday's game in Cincinnati, that gives Bailey, their guy, another day to rest, relax, and they'll go back to him on Tuesday night. So the Giants start the road trip 1-2. They head to Cincinnati with the off day tomorrow, play Tuesday night. So you've got 3 in Cincinnati, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you close out this road trip next weekend. Not exactly excited. The only thing that I would hang my hat on is the fact that it's a bit of a launching pad in Cincinnati. You're going to see some home runs, and if our bats, the big bats I'm talking about, the ones I mentioned, Adames, Chapman, Devers, maybe you want to throw in Schmidt as well. If these guys can get the bat on the ball, get some lumber swinging, then maybe we can go deep in this little bandbox. But it's just, it is what it is. It's Giants baseball. It's kind of a case of Jekyll and Hyde, really. Jekyll and Hyde. You take the good, you got to take the bad. They're going to have games when they score, and you hope we can hold off the other team. And again, I'm not making this up. Look, 8th game this year. 8th game, 2 runs or less. The stats aren't lying to you. So it is what it is. 8th game, 2 runs or less. That is a key. That is in the top of my notes today. 8th game, 2 runs or less. And in that kind of situation, that's when you have to have pitching. Okay? Apparently, game is over. The Cubs have walked off the Pirates, despite Lau, the second baseman. The Pirates had 2 home runs today. They still lost. Double digits in losses. Absolutely. Giants currently have one of the worst records. The worst record in the National League, 6-10. The worst record in the National League. And when it comes to scoring runs, they're going to be playing the Nationals. Second in runs scored in Major League Baseball. So we can't score runs. They are scoring runs. The only thing is, I haven't got the exact stats in front of me, but I was reading earlier today, the Nationals second in runs scored, but they give up a lot of runs. The Giants, the difference, the ratio, runs scored and runs against, little lopsided. So they're giving up a lot more runs than they are actually scoring. Ooh, how about a little fact or fiction from Robbie Mann? Giants will be 12-18 on May 1st. I said they could be 10 wins and 20 losses. That was everybody thought I was crazy. 10 and 20, what? Well, 12 and 18, Rob, is not that far off. And you're getting to see the unpredictability of the Giants dude, come on. They are. At best, they are a 500 baseball team. I mean, you're not going to fix this overnight either. They had all off season to work on things. They couldn't get this thing fixed. Robert, they call him Mr. Personality because he says it's inevitable. The Giants will improve. You know what, guys? This is not. I hope Eric makes a short of this. Sunday afternoon, Robert Rothberg chiming in time and time again in our chat, making some valid points, and none I will agree with more than the Giants' offense will improve. You know why it will improve, Robert? Because it sucks! It sucks! They can only get better. Robert's right. Robert, you called it. Love your take. That is the best. This is the best take for you in a while. Glenn, it's inevitable. The Giants' offense will improve. Because Robert now has come to the realization, yes, the Giants' offense has to improve. It has to because it's not very, very good. Okay. I got the producer in my ear telling me, calm down, take a break. And speaking of taking a break, let's do a little of this and come back on the other side. I want to hear more about what you guys think heading into the rest of the road trip next. Boy, there you go. Tommy's your place for cold refreshments. Speaking of cold refreshments, I am in dire need. You see, you mentioned it, Senior, and all of a sudden, I need a Pepsi. Oh, gosh, do I need a Pepsi? Oh. There's an arm. There's an arm. A faceless arm giggling. And then, look, guys, either the cups are getting bigger or my wife is cutting me off the Pepsi. Look at, what is that? That's a one gulper for Glenny. Give me a long show or a short show. I'm not sure yet. Oh, goodness great. Thanks, honey.
Your number one source for Giant sports talk and debate. Always has been, always will be. Giant Sports Talk Live.
Debate. That's what I want. Some good debate. So, Robert, I say that the Giants, I agree with you. Giants got to get better. The hitting will get better. Yes, one day, my child, it will improve. Yeah, he's lurking around out there. Robert is alive. He comes in cheering on the team. This team lost every game. It would always be the grass is greener on the other side mentality. That's it. Yeah, I got that's a Pepsi shot for Glenn. What is that? Come, please. God. I know what. I got to give it to Bernice, though. She figures I drink that much Pepsi, it's less insulin in the future. Just saying. She doesn't want me to become how I've not become a diabetic. Huh? Oh, now she's saying, "Oh, I want the Pepsi back." No. Well, it could be one of those days, is it? Yeah, I'm going to make that point actually to Bernice. Jay Farrell 305 says, tiled 4. Yeah. Ooh, Glenn has as much Pepsi as the Giants have hitting right now. Just a little dribbler right there. There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I don't know if it's coming over on boats or what, but the Pepsi's not getting any cheaper. It seems to be going up in price. Pepsi inflation. That is true. And yes, I mean, does it really have to be a take when we say Robert's delusional? Let me show that one again. Robert is delusional. But we love Robert, and he's entitled to his opinion here because he doesn't hurt anybody. It's a personal problem. We can okay. Now, some guys are reaching out in the chat today talking about the future of the lineup and what, sometimes they go a little weird. Give this guy away for a draft pick. Some things you can't do. But trade Chapman to the Yankees. He'll waive his no trade for the right situation. Melvin's done. And I've said that too. Melvin was like the father figure. And to tell you the truth, I was looking at after the home run today. A home run the other day. Or no, not a home run. Sorry. Schmidt scored the other day, and Chapman had nothing to do with it on the bench. Everybody was high-fiving. They do go down the dugout. Chapman had his back and wouldn't high-five him. I don't know if there's a little love lost still from that San Diego series when they were beaking off, or at least Chapman was beaking. He's not a leader. You don't talk like that. Anyway, you got that situation going on, and now that Melvin's gone, he just doesn't. I'm watching the dugout today. He doesn't look very happy, be honest with you. And our Giant fans really happy with him. His batting average is up right now, but, he's in a bad situation. He's in a terrible situation. So are Devers, and so your bigger hitters are in a terrible because you got nothing around them. And it's going to be a long season. I'm not delusional. This is the truth. This is exactly what we're talking about. It's the truth right here on Giant Sports Talk Live. Yeah, you know what? The Yankees do need a third baseman. Would they be willing to trade for a Matt Chapman? And what could you get? What would you want? Hey, you know what I would do? I would move Schmidt to third base, and I would go get Jason Dominguez. That's what I would do. Jason Dominguez had a hell of a spring. There's no room for him in New York, so he's in AAA where he's tearing the cover off the ball. This guy's a comer. I'd make that trade. And maybe you could get a, little cash, or you get a little teaser on the side to make that happen if the Yankees want their third baseman as bad as we think they do. So, Steve, Yanks need a third baseman. That's a great take from you this afternoon. I think that they should go after Dominguez in the deal. The outfield, Matt Morris is saying the outfield needs a bit of an upgrade. I got to agree with you. It's a little weak. I was looking at it with Eric the other day. I said, Eric, you realize that all of our outfielders played at the World Baseball Classic? Maybe it's because they didn't get a full run at the camp, that they're kind of lackluster with the bats. And then Ramos, you sit Ramos. It's weird. They sit Ramos today anyway. Is what it is. Robbie, man. Yeah, Peguero, he's been working now for about a week. I think he pitched last Monday, roughly. So he's got about a week in on his run down in Sacramento. You may be on to something. I'm drinking that Kool-Aid too. I think Barecki will not make the flight with Peguero about to be activated. That could come to fruition, and I got to agree with you that is a good take as well, Rob. This afternoon, you guys are nailing it today. A lot of good takes. You're welcome, Steve. Just calling a spade. You're bringing it today. Good job. Dom Peralta's in the house. Hi, Dom. Welcome back. Good to have you on board today. Let's see. Glenn was saying that the Susac heads needed to relax a few days ago. Still prefer Bailey, bud? I've never preferred Bailey. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Prapa? Let's Eric. Let's get Eric on the case. We'll go back and we'll edit up the old tapes that I said Bailey should have been gone about a year and a half ago. You guys, the regulars, Prapa. Yeah, obviously you haven't been around the block, so to speak, as some of our people in the chat. Guys, I have been the one who said, as soon as I saw Bailey, I went, that's it, get him the hell out of here. But no, he's the Giants guy. He's not my guy, he's the Giants guy. What are you talking about? Bailey will be in there Tuesday. Don't worry. Hey, I don't call the shots. If I did, Bailey would have been gone a long time ago. So we finally get our first take that's way off base this afternoon. Well, Robert gave me a run for his money, too. Yeah, I got to agree. I just said, Tommy, it's time to just get young play. And we got a lot. Eric brought up the names yesterday, the Bo Davidsons of the world, and he likes Jassar. And there's so many young players that the future is bright. We're just plugging the dam, holding things off. And, you don't want to hold these players back. When they're somewhat ready, just play them. Just bring them up. Just give me a young team. Look at the A's. Nobody's bitching and complaining about the A's winning 8 of 11 right now, going with the youth and the younger players and getting players in there for the last couple of years in a development with that team. So, hey, if you're a fan of 500 baseball, you've come to the right place. You're a Giant fan. God love you. Thanks for tuning in to Giant Sports Talk Live. If you want to be a fan of a winning team, I'm not going to tell you to go cheer for the A's, but Giants could take a lesson on how to build a winning ball club. So, he's trying. Okay, let's see. Glenn, the Susac fan club will reconsider. Maybe we had false information. Okay. See, I gotta tip my hat if I was wearing one. I got my hat back here. I'll give you props for that one. I'll give you your props because he was a man about it. Came in, said, my bad. Maybe we got false info, fake news, so to speak. So, good call by you. Yeah, Robbie, there are people knocking at the door right now, whether it's pitching or bats, or if this team wanted to go young, they could. It's not too far off, though. I mean, and they've really pigeonholed themselves, I tell you, with these big contracts, these 5 and 6 and 7 year deals. This is crazy. I mean, what were they thinking? Especially if we want to go young in the future. You have any faith in your minor league system at all. Shouldn't be signing guys that long term when you really they're in the back end of a career. Chapman, come on, he's going to soon be on the back end. Come on, back end of the career, the back nine, so to speak. See, that's a little lingo for our old pal Lou Marsden, who is he's watching golf, I believe, today. So, Robert, I didn't even read this. Let's see what Robert's saying. Let's all both dive in here, the chat and myself. Glenn, are there any areas on the Giants that you are impressed with? Next question. What else we got in the chat today? I think John Miller's doing a great job this year. I think that's where the bright spot is. I like the calls from John Miller on KNBR. That's my bright spot. What else we got here? Gilbert, Eldridge, Rodriguez making their case. Yeah, you know what? The only problem I'll throw in there is Eldridge. Eldridge is still striking out at a major clip. And maybe that's what you're going to get the home run ball out of him. Maybe that's that. Maybe we're trying to make him into something he's not. And it's fine. If he's going to strike out, let's see what else he can do when he does get the bat and the ball. Too many players on this club have come through wearing Giants orange and black that have been striking out. And I don't want to go back to structuring a team that strikes out 14, 15 times a game. See, Mark, were you there or just watching on TV? Mark says, I saw up close how good the A's are today. Wow. They just swept my Mets. The Mets are closed out on 4 pitches in the 9th, or were, I beg your pardon. Fans booed. I don't think they were booing the A's. They booed the Mets profusely. And there's Mark with the miracle Met. See the little Met man? I got that Met man on my Wilmer Flores Mets jersey. I've got all the Mets jerseys with that. Now, don't shoot me. I'm just a Flores guy, a Flores collector. So I got those Mets jerseys in my back room. But We can't really give him the moniker Miracle Met, because maybe the miracles are just out of reach for this team, New York. A lot of teams struggling. Some people are saying that once the weather warms up, we'll see better hitting. Bats will come alive. I know I watch very closely the fantasy baseball, big fantasy guy, and I've said every night I seem to just shake my head with Eric. I go, what? Bobby Witt has to be the worst fantasy guy in baseball right now. He's terrible. He's in the negative every day. He's losing me points every freaking day. Today, I think he got half a point. It's too early to. He's my first pick overall. I mean, when is this guy? And again, it's like the Lamont Wade Jr. situation. I'm not comparing him to Lamont Wade Jr., but how long do you go? Well, I'll just dress him one more day. I'll play him Tuesday because, he's overdue. And Wednesday, well, he didn't come through yet. So, oh my God, when he breaks out, he's going to have a huge day. I mean, it scares me. I call it Lamont Wade Jr.itis. When do you know when to pull the plug and get somebody else in the lineup? But what would you do with the lineup? Speaking of the Giants, you're heading off next series. What do you do? What are we going to do? Cincinnati, I believe, Cincinnati, right? Cincinnati Tuesday. What's he going to do with this team? I think it's obvious. He goes back with Bailey behind the dish. You're going to go back. I think he's going to go back to the main cast of characters. Schmidt will be in there, but you get Bader will be back. Ramos will be back. You're going to go back to the regular lineup. I think today was your rest day, so to speak, before travel day. So it is what it is. Ooh, we got a question again for Robert Rothberg. Glenn, in your candid opinion, which player on the Giants is the best all-around player? Ooh. That is a good question. And not just my opinion, it has to be my candid opinion. Which player on the Giants is the best all-around player? I would, you know what? I know when you say all around, I'm trying to think five tool. A guy who does a little bit of everything, and I know he doesn't have the home run production that, the big bats have. And I can't believe I'm about to say this. Our one-year wonder, Luis Ariz. Missed him today. I missed him today, and that is my candid opinion. So I think Luis Ariz is our best all-around player. You know what you get with him. The guy's going to bat his 300 clip or so, thereabouts, a little below, maybe a little above again, which wouldn't surprise anyone, or it shouldn't surprise anybody. But I anticipate that that would be let me check the chat here. Well, a lot of people here are saying that giving him his props. Ariz is better at second base than I thought he would be, according to Steve, who's contributing quite a bit to the show today. Propa, we've made amends. He waved the white flag. He's okay. We're okay now. He says Ariz, so good call by you. Not just Pepsi, the way to my heart. Good answer. Spencer Stewart says Flores. He's the best all-around player. A little slow, and he's not on the team. But I like you're trying to suck up. You guys are something else. I don't know. I think that's my answer. I think Spencer Stewart, Ariz. Ooh, Adames when he's on. Or Ariz. Good call again by you. That is, I was thinking, Adames doesn't kill you. He's, he didn't kill you. So, yeah, I'm well aware. Flores is there for the pick, and he's playing in the Mexican League. They're just getting their season underway. But if somebody wanted to sign that guy, they could. And listen, if Buster wanted to go get him, it's a short clip. He'd be on a plane here in what? About an hour and 40 minutes. Come on. Let's see what Dom has to say. Ariz. Ooh, I knew we'd get a Susac in there somewhere. Maybe third. Okay. See, you open up a can of worms here, Robert. See what Jay says. Arise is consistent and dependable. A batting champion 3 times over. Absolutely a great addition. And there were a lot of people in the chat. You know what, Jay? There were a lot of people in the chat. Oh, my God, what are they doing signing this guy? He's old and he can't. You know what? I tried not to get worked up. The doctor said, don't get worked up. Don't stop with getting worked up. You're like one break from a heart attack here. But I got to ask you, who will you please step forward and show yourselves, everybody who came in, 6 weeks ago and says, oh, my God, he can't hit. What are you talking about? He can't hit. Stupidity. Yeah. Oh, what else we got here? Vitello laughing off the Susac question is annoying. They act like they're smarter than us. Who knows what Susac is, but he's young, showing talent. Yeah, that's true. You know what? He was 1 for 3 today, but it was a solid at bat. 1 for 3 with an RBI. When was the last time you could say that Casey Schmidt? Sorry, not Casey Schmidt. Patrick Bailey. Yeah, Patrick Bailey, a nice 1 for 3 with an RBI. It doesn't happen often. Susac hasn't given you a bad at bat this year, in my opinion. Really. The pop out, even he was what, 5 for 5. He had a little pop out, a flare over second base. They caught it. Could easily have been 6 for 6. Good things. All right, good things happen when Susac is on the field. That is just my opinion. Another candid opinion from Glenn on a late Sunday afternoon here in downtown San Francisco. I was wondering, Mark is still in the chat here from all the way from New York, who is going to treat me to a Wilmer Flores card at the National, by the way, whether he knows it or not. Mr. Met himself, Mark. Bo Bichette is crossing off the days until he becomes a free agent. He looks miserable. You know what? I said it to Eric a number of times, and Eric's like, we've had guests on the show. It's all about the money. You got to go make the most money. Dude, if you can't if I have to be miserable and make a little more money, if I can be as happy as a pig in poo-poo and still make, $15 million, $12 million, dude, it doesn't make any sense. Go to a city where you're going to be unhappy just because you're going to make more money. And so be it, man. I guess I've learned to live on what I have. I've learned to live on chump change. These guys, they got to have more and more and more. Dude, you give me $1 million. Just give me $1 million. I'm riding off into the sunset. Eric can tune in and do the show with you guys every night, and you'll never hear from me again. I'll be quite content to have, I'm going to open a Pepsi distributing plant, retire, and enjoy my life. $1 million. Can be done. Anyway, that is my take. Bo Bichette, he went for the money. I thought he would never leave Toronto, especially when he had come up with Vladdy Guerrero pretty much from they were in diapers. They grew up together. They played AA ball and AAA ball, and then went on their run last year and went to the World Series against the Los Angeles Dodgers and everything. The future was bright. Those two teaming up together, and you build around them. And then Bo just, I got more money. So anyway, Mark, you know what? Good luck to him. He can be miserable. It was his choice. Enough said. That's how I feel. What do we got here? Glenn from Robert again. How will people respond when the Giants go to an extended win streak? When that happens, we'll discuss it. I can't see that in the near future. Steve says Bo misses Toronto. Do you think? Maybe he does. I think maybe he misses Vladdy. The fans sure loved him in Toronto. So he goes to New York, and if they're booing the team, and he's feeling booed, and it's not going to make for a very positive experience for Mr. Bo Bichette. Anthony says, how's your dad? My dad is great. He's watching the Blue. My dad is a Blue Jay guy. Was an Expos fan. Didn't follow them to Washington, however, Miami, wherever the hell they went. I guess it was Washington. So he's a Jays guy, and he's like, every day I got my text message. He goes, this is not good. This is not good. He's not happy with the Jays. He's not happy with their managing. Just not happy at all. Yeah, I got to agree. The Expos, I wish they were still there. They were playing that dingy. Ever go to Olympic Stadium? Dingy. The cool thing about Olympic Stadium was the subway. They were on the subway line, so you could take the subway. It would stop at Olympic Stadium, and you'd walk up the steps. You were right in the stadium. That was one of the coolest experiences going to baseball. And Mark, you might know better, Mark. In Flushing or maybe in New York City, the Yankees. Are there other teams in major corporate cities? I know they don't do it in Chicago. So are there any cities where you could actually take the subway and you're right, the subway's in the stadium, for lack of a better term? Is Yankee Stadium like that? Because I know that's the way it was in Montreal. Steve says they're remodeling old Olympic Stadium. Putting lipstick on a pig. Build me a good stadium. You know what? Look at Seattle. They were one out from, they were going to lose their team. And what do? Build a stadium. If you build it, they will come. No truer words in baseball than a Field of Dreams quote. Yeah. Yeah, the Jays have some injuries, but I don't think they have the pitching that they had last year. Steve, it's just not the same. You know, they were on their little Cinderella run last year, and that happens. It has happened throughout baseball, and is what it is. See, Davy Lopes passed away. Davy Lopes. Sad to see that. Who passed away today, Bernice? Oh, yeah, Phil Garner, former Pirate. I had Phil Garner's baseball cards up on the wall here for many years. Couple of legendary infielders gone, not forgotten here at Giants Sports Talk Live. Sad. Getting older. It's one thing that Robert and Steve and Mark, Eric and I, Lou, we all have it in common. We have our debates, but when your time comes and your time's up, sudden death, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can. Yeah, yep. Garner was a former Astro. I remember Garner. Maybe it was just the era in the baseball cards. You know, I'd rip open my pack of baseball cards, and I'd remember Phil Garner wearing the pinstripes. Pirates had pinstripe uniforms then, and Davy Lopes, one of the greatest infields in baseball history. He was part of that, and of course, where? Los Angeles. See if I can get them. Guys, help me out here. You had Steve Garvey at first, Lopes at second. You had the Penguin, Ronnie Say at third. And who was who was the shortstop in Los Angeles? It escaped. Somebody in the chat will help me out with that. I know it's coming. Bill Russell. That's it. Bill Russell. Very good call. Yeah. So that was a remarkable infield, and these guys are passing away. I think when he passed today, he was 79. So it's just 79, 76. Who's counting at that point, right? You're gone. Let's see. A lot of people chiming in late. Steve says Bill Russell. Hey, Rob C is in the house. Rob, I don't see you on a regular basis. Hope you are okay and well, my friend. I know the Giants aren't bringing you any joy right now, or maybe they are. Maybe you're just you're along for the ride. Giants, double-digit losses, not scoring any runs. And I mentioned it before, early in the show. Mention it again, Rob. This is today's loss, 6-2. 8th game this year. Giants have scored 2 runs or less. That is a problem. All right. Anything else going on? I'm going to check the chat, make sure we got everything taken care of. Was talking to John, one of our contributors, John from bettercreditcards.com. And he said, hope I'm getting lots of play on my commercials, my sponsorship in the show. Eric was forgetting to run his commercial, to be honest. So let's do this. I'll stretch. 7th inning stretch time here in Giant Sports Talk Live.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
And there you go. We thank John and staff at bettercreditcards.com for their sponsorship, Tommy's, and all our other sponsors who contribute to the program, keep the lights on here. We thank everybody for their super chats throughout the weeks and weeks ahead. And again, we couldn't do it without you guys who contribute to the show, joining us and in the chat as well. So we've got the San Francisco Giants in Cincinnati. Late afternoon start for us on the West Coast. Don't know where you're viewing, but if you are a Giant fan in the Pacific time zone, a 3:40 start on Tuesday afternoon. That's at the Great American Ballpark. Robbie Ray's 2-1 gets the nod, 2.08 ERA. He's got 18 Ks on the year. 2-1. Lefty up against Singer, who's the righty, 0-1, and didn't have a good start earlier. His ERA is 7.71. He's got 13 Ks this season. Of course, you can tune into the game on 680 KNBR. What are they at? 104.5? I think FM. I always guys, it may be on AM, but it's something about listening to AM broadcasts as opposed to the FM. FM is great for music, but you want that raw sound. AM radio for baseball. Love it. KNBR brings it to you. And, of course, the game should be on television as well. You'll have to check your local listings. Used to be able to say that the Giants were always on NBC Bay Area. Now, I don't know. Believe me, when I use the term check your local listings, you have to do that with Giants baseball each and every day because I never know if they're on True TV or Apple TV or I don't know where the hell they are. Oh, we got one in the house. We got a super chat here. See if I can get this up on the screen. New comments. I thought I saw a super chat. Did you guys see the super chat? I saw a super chat. Here it is. Time to call up Drew Gilbert to bring a heat to Lee and Bader. Robbie, you're on to something. I'm surprised Drew Gilbert even got sent down in the first place. He's got a history with Tony Vitello. It proved to me early that Vitello was going to be about winning, and it wasn't going to be about, the favoritism, fan favorite. Oh, he's my guy. Did what he thought was best for the organization. Buster maybe had a hand in that. Manasian as well, but apparently Gilbert is playing well at the AAA level. Lee and Bader are struggling. I mean, they're hurting us right now. So you're on to something again. Robbie, appreciate that. $5 super chat is greatly appreciated here at Giant Sports Talk Live. Lou, Eric, and I do appreciate that because it helps us pay the bills, keeps us on the air. And Robbie, you're a valued part of this channel, and we appreciate your donation. Not only financially, another super chat, but of time. You're a regular here, and we appreciate you joining us each day on Giant Sports Talk Live. Another super chat coming in today from our good pal, Robbie. Let's see. If I don't know if he goes to Senior. You're a big A's guy. I know that. That's fine. Everybody's welcome here. It's not as bad as a Dodger fan, to be honest with you. But I got to ask, have you seen any of the River Cat games? Anybody who's up in that area, far northern California, farther than me, can you tell me, what have you seen from Drew Gilbert? Have you seen any of his games on, the MILB or that minor league baseball package that I don't have? I've got the MLB package, but not the MILB package. Anybody who's had a chance to see Drew Gilbert, let me know what you have seen, what you think. Bring it. I want to hear it because Robbie's on to something. Drew Gilbert might, if anything, light a spark under Bader and Lee, because Bader sure sure could use it. Dom is in agreement. He says AM radio, old radio sound, baseball is the best. I get a kick out of now that, there's so much you can find on YouTube. You go in there and you find the old ball game. You type in like Giants, Yankees, 1962 World Series Game 7. And there it is. And you get that hiss and the crackle and the sound of an old ball game. It gets the juices flowing. I love it. I love baseball. I love the history of the game. If you are new to the show, Eric and I, time to time, bring up little quotes, tidbits from old baseball stories. I particularly love the 1900 to around the Black Sox scandal when you had Ruth, Gehrig, and of course it was around 34-ish that Gehrig had to hang him up. Lou Gehrig's disease. I know a guy. I didn't play hockey with him, but I knew of him. He was a player. We were really good friends, and he actually died of Lou Gehrig's disease. And I'll tell you what, it's nasty. Steve, another one, says, yep, who needs FM radio for baseball? AM radio, tune it in. Sounds great. I love it. Thank you. Glad you're on agreement with that. Oh, Anthony says, yeah, the old fights. The old fight. You know what? When I was a kid, and it's going back a ways, my dad would go to the fights at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. He loved the boxing, and he had all the boxing newspaper, like little magazines, if you will. He had the periodicals. There you go. I'm going big today. Periodicals. There's a word Eric wouldn't use. He'd get the periodicals and the wrestling magazines. And it just, guys, I've never been into the boxing or definitely not the wrestling, but it's not the same. That's a sport that sort of is just, I don't know. Last time I remember that kind of a oomph over that was days of Mike Tyson. And now it's like, you know what? It's MMA. That sort of has stolen the thunder from boxing, isn't it? And Steve, I was thinking about that very topic the other day. And you've probably heard me say it on the show before. Things are, we're so spoon-fed everything these days with our phones and our tablets and miniature laptops we can haul around. But even my watch, I'm not wearing my watch at the moment. I got my Apple Watch with the Giants logo emblazoned on it now, and I can just flip the watch and give me the score. I have it set. But the old box score is black and white, and it was theater of the mind. You read the box score like you were watching a game. And And Major League Baseball used to put out a big hardcover bound book in the off season. And it would be the prior season's entire season in box scores, every box score. And they don't do that, to the best of my knowledge, anymore. And I miss that. I have a couple of those in storage, I think. I haven't read them for a while, but you can go back and, you bring up a name like Phil Garner. You can look up something Phil Garner did, and then you can go to those books. You can see the box score of the event. And it's like, for me, it's like museum quality memories when you can do that. Anyway. Anthony says boxing was on Netflix. The British have the hold on that market. Oh, didn't know that. I don't know. I have my hands full with Giants watching the baseball and baseball in general. Anybody out there? I guess I could do it. Anybody get an update on the Dodger game? They are still in action right now. The Dodgers and the Texas Rangers, one of the few games that is still ongoing, and it may be the only one, unless the Houston Astros have wrapped up their game with Seattle. MLB scoreboard update. What do we got here? Bottom of the sixth inning, Mariners 6, Astros 1. And Rangers have scored in the sixth inning. It's now 3-1. The Rangers 7-7, Dodgers 11-3. 3-1 in the sixth inning. Texas, take a deep breath and hold on tight because that game is far from over when you're playing an 11-3 Dodger team. Roki Sasaki He got behind after being up by a run. They got behind 3 straight for Texas, and they are holding on to that game. There it is. Yeah, Steve, there you go. Steve coming through after I did the hard work, and Steve pops it up. Yeah, man. 3-1. Yeah, Steve says box scores are online, but they're not even designed. Guys, they don't look the same anymore. The box scores when I was a kid, you had all the teams on one side in small print, and it's funny that but the size of a matchbook opened up, they could put an entire ball game on there. Now I print it off my computer. It's 3 pages. It's a lot of crap in there. I just want the old traditional tight box score, gave you all the information, and it always closed with the umpires and the attendance. And a lot of them now don't give attendances. And I think attendances are inflated and made up in Major League Baseball. I've been to plenty of game at Oracle Park, and they go, tonight is a sellout, and we thank you. And I'm like, geez, a lot of people decided not to go to the game tonight. So I don't believe half of what I see anymore. I'll take that as a poke. We need to read the paper more. Oh, that's true. I miss the paper. Yeah, Mark. No, the one thing that has changed, we now have too much crap. You read the box score, there was no, and the launch angle on that home run was, or the exit velocity. You know what? I was watching I can't remember if it was yesterday's game or Friday night. I think it might have been Friday night. And I wouldn't be wrong that they didn't talk about it. But when they do the games on Apple TV, you ever notice every single hit? Well, that was launched at 108 miles an hour. I don't care. Was it a hit? Then let's move on. They got a breakdown. I really don't care. One of Matt Chapman's yesterday fell in. It was 70. That was off the bat at 78 miles an hour. I don't care. Who cares? Little flailing dead duck. It landed in the outfield, and let's move it along. Anyway, I'm probably rambling now. You guys want to get out of here? You want to keep it going? We got a nice turnout in the chat. Steve says he doesn't even have Apple TV. It seems like every time if you've got the MLB package, I'm getting a lot of them there that I thought I wouldn't, but they really come through. If you've got MLB TV, just turn it on. You'll find your game there. It's great. Got to pay, but if you're a ball fan like me, Eric has it as well. It is worth the financial gains of sitting. You want to watch a ball game? Boom, it's there. So that's great. Dom's onto something. A comp shouldn't even be included when you're putting together the totals. He says he thinks they're basically comping the tickets to larger accounts right before the game to inflate the attendance. Yeah, old ticket office trick. Or I'll tell you something else, Dom. If it's kind of late afternoon and I'm undecided whether I'm going to skip across the parking lot here, the street to watch a game at Oracle Park, and I'm there in like minute and a half and I'm at the gate. So I can wait till last minute. Don't like to do that, but if I had to, or bad weather, do I really want to go? Okay, cleared up, let's go. I'll go online and it'll say, no tickets available in this section at all. And then I go and I sit in I'm not even using my own seat, guys. I buy a ticket, get in, go to my favorite section. I got the other day the whole row to myself for the Wednesday game against the Phillies, but online it said that the whole row was sold. I was the only one sitting there, and I wasn't even supposed to be sitting there. So it kind of ticks me off. Of one benefit to a guy like me who likes to go, and I love the third deck. I like third deck along the third base line, maybe a little closer to home, but anywhere there. You're right above it. You get to see the play. You see the launch angle of the ball. You just see all the way it's playing out. Ground balls, thrown out first, that kind of thing. When I sit in my seat and I've got that whole section to myself and I can just, both arms are up on the chairs, getting some sun, and just enjoying the day and no clowns around me, then I'm fine. I'm fine with that. So they can inflate all they want. Just give me my section. Give me my area. Give me my dog. Give me my Pepsi. Cheers after a tough loss, by the way. 6-2 final. 10 double digits, guys. 10 losses this year. Marky, no, Mark, I wasn't prepared today. Mark says, show me some baseball cards. That's, let's see. You want to see something? I don't know if I have anything ready, but let's do one more of these. Let the sponsors have their say. If this will actually give me just a moment. This will give me a moment to get all fired up, get some cards, okay? Right, guys, it is Giants Sports Talk Live. We've been talking and rambling on about a 6-2 setback today, dropping 2 of 3 in Baltimore. It's going to be a rough road trip, huh? Mark is in the chat all the way over in New York City. He's getting, he's already counting down the days. I know there's a big card show underway this weekend that I know Mark and I couldn't get to, but Mark says, show me some baseball cards. Okay, here's what I got today. I showed a couple of these, maybe 1 or 2 of these on the show prior. Bear with me, it's a last-minute thing. I picked up this autograph when I was in San Diego. I showed this on the other day, Mark. I picked up this in-person autograph, and I made my own little cards to get autographed. You like that? Instead of getting guys get little pieces of white paper, index cards are okay. I said, hey, I'm going to get my own Giants autograph series cards. And there you go. That is Christian Koss. Got a little playing time in the weekend. Christian Koss signed that for me over there in San Diego. Let's see. We lost him recently, Mark and guys. Bob Weir. It's been a couple of months now, hasn't it? Bob Weir, 4 or 5 months. We lost Bob Weir, legendary member of the Grateful Dead. Got any deadheads out there in the audience today? And there is the Bob Weir 1991 Grateful Dead Legacy Card, graded by CGC, your certified guarantee company. The Bobby Weir. It's got the whole bio on the back. There you go. Bob Weir, gone, not forgotten here at Giants Sports Talk Live, because we support more than just baseball in the Bay Area. Got to support the bands as well. How about I'll show. These aren't the same, but look at that, Mark. Mark, a Mets fan. How about that one? Wilmer Flores, David Wright. A booklet card, 2-piecer right there, 2 in 1. And because 1 is just not enough, Mark, I've got 5 of them, but here, I just grabbed these 2 off the shelf. There you go. Can you see those? There we go. So those are, is there 5 made? Anyway, show's gotten, at this point, it usually goes off the rails with Eric and I anyway. So we're just showing some cards. I got those two. What else did you want to see? How about this one, Mark? If you go to enough shows, so I'm at the 2023 National Sports Card Convention. And I got the PSA card from Whatnot. And if you take a close look, it's me. So it is the National Convention card. Thanks to PSA and Whatnot in Chicago of that year producing. And it's not my rookie. My rookie was the remake of the T206. I got a couple of T206, including the Eric card. And then the greatest card, Eric Romo, my usual co-host, he calls this one of the greatest card series of all time. It is the Giants SportsTalk Live Custom Card Series. This is a Diamond Gem Mint Glenn Craig card. There you go. One of the greatest cards of all time. And I've got the Eric Romo too, but it's not graded. So, Mark, did we send you one? You have to send me your address, Mark. I'll make sure you get the cards of Eric and Lou and myself. We'll send you out those. Or if not, I can get them to you when we meet up at the National. But if you want to get them, I can mail them off to you as well. If you would like to reach out to us outside of our broadcast times, you can do so via email. All you got to do is send us an email, giantsportstalklive@gmail.com. That'll put you in touch with myself, Eric, or Lou. We'll respond, and we appreciate getting emails or comments to our videos because we appreciate having you. And you know, we know then that you're out there and you're concerned, you care, you give us your comments. We like to react to those either in real time via this show, or we answer your emails best we can, as many as we can, and make you feel important. So what does Lou say? Oh, here's an old one. I was just checking in with Lou. Lou's quote of the day. Lou, what do you think of the San Francisco Giants so far this season? Can't say as I disagree. Lou says, we are an average team. There you go. Glenn, you would love Chasing Cardboard Show on YouTube. I know the guys who produce the show and the host and all that stuff. Yeah, they're regulars at the National. You know, we all can't be running around America chasing cards when you got to work for a living. What's the pop on that card? Ha ha ha. Are you talking about that one? That's a pop one. A pop one gem mint. And Eric and I produced, there's 250 of these. That's the only gem diamond art card. There you go. It's a pop one. Why, Mark? Mark, are you of all people? Do you know how much that term irks me? Pop? Well, you know, $200. Well, it's a pop. It's a pop 10. Pops and comps. I hate the term. I hate the wrath of comps. Anthony says, I like watching when he finds 50s sets. Yeah, he gets a lot of people who just want to. He's one of these guys, he'll pay your 60 or 70% of what it's worth. Then he's not a collector. Keep that in mind. He's not a collector. He doesn't have a love. He doesn't have a love for the product. He doesn't have a love for the card. Look, this card, guys. I love the card because I took the card and I had it graded, and now it's in a permanent protected with the information and a grade telling you what the quality of the card is. And then I have it in I don't know if you can see I have it in a plastic baggie made to hold the card. Then I have it in a glass case. That's someone who loves his cards. These guys are chasing cardboard. God love them. They go out, they find the product, they do their little show, but they don't take it home and sort them and keep them and hold on to them. And There's just no love. They flip them the next day. You're either a collector or you're a flipper. If you're a flipper, you're not a fan. My opinion. I'm holding on to it. Mark says, Glenn, my son wants a signed Glenn and Eric card. I think those are Pop 10. We got 2 or 3 of each left. I will see what I can do for you. If I can't get you the Eric, I don't have any Eric signed ones here. What I'll do, Mark, you have my word. When I'm at the National, Bernice and I will hook up with you. I'll make sure you get some cards and other cards too. I'm going to love talking cards with Mark. I love what I've seen in your collection. And what you've shown me so far has just been great. Great. I think you'd like a tour of my collection too. I mean, I just pull up random stuff, and some of the cards don't mean a lot to everybody when we're talking with Giants or even this, like a Grateful Dead card. They're like, but it means a lot to me. It's on display. If we had a bigger, I keep telling Bernice, we got to move into a bigger house so I can have my own section. I have my own museum in the. Are we working on that, Bernice?
Yeah, as soon as you make your first million.
When I make my first million, I can do that. Okay, we're on to something. Not in this lifetime. I'll make sure, Mark, that you get some cards. And anyway, I think it's about time to shut it down. We talked cards. We talked about the Giants. We're getting ready for the Cincinnati Reds. Then next weekend, the Washington Nationals. And at least I love watching ball. It's heartbreaking to see the kind of effort we get out of some of these guys, and maybe it's just what they are. They're giving their best, but the best just isn't good enough if you're going to be a playoff contender. Sorry. Just how I feel, and maybe the comment we broke into earlier there, we brought up on screen, maybe Drew Gilbert, maybe light a fire under some of the existing Giants players, and, your job isn't safe when there are other guys willing to produce. Bring up a Drew Gilbert, see what he does, and we'll go from there. All right. Lou will be returning from Augusta and the Masters. Looking forward to his return to Giant Sports Talk Live this week. Eric is on assignment today. It's an off day tomorrow. There's no In the Cards tomorrow either, I'm sorry to say, because I will be heading out on assignment for the week. So, unfortunately, no In the Cards tomorrow. It'll return soon. It's a busy time of the year here at Giant Sports Talk Live. I will be on assignment this week, so tune in Tuesday following the San Francisco Giants and the Cincinnati Reds. And you will get to see something moving around my apartment behind me. I don't know what that was. Maybe that was Bernice. I saw waving the black flag. Was that the black flag of death? The Giants is it going to be that bad? Is it going to be that bad in Cincinnati? We'll find out. Eric and Lou talk about it on Tuesday following the game, right here on Giant Sports Talk Live. I'm on assignment all week. Have a great week. I'll see you when I get back. And my God, will we even be in any kind of a hunt by then? I sure hope so. Go Giants, go! Have a good night. Catch you back here Tuesday for more Giants Sports Talk Live. Thank you for your donation of time financially and by tuning into the show today. Appreciate having all of you join us. Hope you enjoyed the show. Good night.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.